Hi everyone. Our lesson today is about the nervous system. We start with biology. It is the master of the body. It is the part that controls everything. In case you have visited a doctor one time and tried to hit your knee with a very small hammer and your leg suddenly flipped up without even noticing that you did that. Your doctor is trying to test your nervous system. He's trying to test your reflexes, your responses. So, what is the nervous system? What would happen if you touch a very hot pan? Your hand, after some while, will leave it at once. It seems as if it takes you a while in order to recognize that. In our example, you have a cause and an effect. Here the cause is the uh, the hotness of the handle. The reaction or the effect is drawing back your hand. So we consider that the heat is the stimuli or they are the causes that caused your hand to react by drawing back the hand. So, what's the function of the nervous system? Your nervous system is made up of different structures that help you to control your actions and reactions, like your behaviors, in response to stimuli. So, your body reacts according to certain conditions, according to certain causes. So, who controls all of that? Your nervous system. So the nervous system is made up of structures that can control the actions and reactions of the body in response to the stimuli from the environment. What makes up the nervous system? The nervous system, as you can see, is made up of two main parts, and each part is made up of another two parts. Let's have a look at them. So, the main part of the nervous system is the central nervous system. You can abbreviate it as CNS, central nervous system, and peripheral nervous system. Peripheral, it's related to the extremities, to the ends. We call it PNS. So, we have the nervous system classified into two main groups or parts: central nervous system, CNS, and peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system is made up of two parts, which are the brain and the spinal cord. The brain, we said that this is the master of your body, it controls everything. The spinal cord, it's the part of the nervous system that runs inside your backbone and it connects your brain to the parts of your body. What is the peripheral nervous system made up of? It's made up of sensory and motor parts. We will talk about them in the coming week. What are the parts of the brain? We will start with the central nervous system, with the brain. As you can see, it is made up of three main parts, one in the front part, in the back, and one at the base. It runs down from it. The first part, we call it the cerebrum. It's found almost on the front part of your head. The back part, it's called the cerebellum. It's much smaller. And the stem, We call it the medulla or the brainstem. Each one of these, it has a function of its own. What is the function of each part of the brain? You can use page 61 in order to follow up with me. What is the function of the cerebrum? The cerebrum helps you to think, to solve problems, to store memories, to control voluntary movement like kicking the ball, trying to hold something in your hand, for example, to comb your hair, brush your teeth, anything that you can control. And it also allows sensation. The cerebellum, it processes information from your body, sensation, and it helps you to keep balance. This is explained by allows the brain to keep track of position and coordinate movement. While you are moving, you can keep balance. Some people who have a problem with with their cerebellum cannot do that. What about the medulla or the brainstem? It controls involuntary processes. Involuntary processes means something that you cannot control in your body, like blood pressure, body temperature, heart rate, and breathing. Involuntary breathing, not the one that you try to take in the air or give it out. The spinal cord. The spinal cord is a very long cord that runs from the bottom, from the stem into the last piece or the last vertebra of your backbone. As you can see, it from each vertebra, we have nerves that are extending out. These nerves, they help to connect the brain to the body parts. That's why it's very important to take care of our spinal cord. In case somebody had an accident and a cut in the spinal cord happens, the brain loses control over the organs of the body and paralysis happens. Paralysis in Arabic means shalal. In other words, that your brain is not controlling the body parts. What is the role of the spinal cord? Your spinal cord carries impulses to the brain and then send impulses to the body to create a response. So, let's say you hold a very hot pan or you cut your skin by a knife. Your spinal cord will receive messages from your hand, send it to the brain, and then the brain will send messages or impulses. Here you can use the word impulses back to your hand in order for you to react or in order to show a response. So your spinal cord is the means of communication between your brain and your body. What is a nerve? A nerve, it has a structure and a function. This is what we say cells are differentiated. Each cell has a shape that serves the function, and the same for the nerve cell. So the nerve cell is made up of a head and a tail that has many receptors because it should receive and send messages at the same time. So what is a nerve? What is a nerve then? A nerve is a collection of nerve cell extensions bundled together with blood vessels and connective tissues. We have studied before about connective tissues or connective cells. They are like skin, bones, and so on.